All right, it's getting down to the wire on The Bachelorette. After last night, there are only 4 men left trying to win Rachel's heart. And one contestant actually got a pretty expensive gift. So we have digital reporter Landon Hoff in our social media center here to give us the dude's perspective on last night's episode. At this point, Landon, we've got all the guys in Switzerland. Brian gets that first one-on-one date. Rachel buys him a very expensive watch. She gets one for herself. At this point, how confident do you think Brian is feeling, or should he even be feeling?
Well, he's got to be feeling pretty good. I don't think he's seen any other guys coming home back to the house with a really expensive watch. I did a little digging, and the watch that she got him is this little number from Breitling. Priced about $8,000, and if you look closely, you can actually see he still wears the watch. If you look a little closer at some of his Instagram pictures, there it is right there. That's from June 24th, so that's probably a good sign for his future on the show. But
wow.
I don't know. You heard it here first.
Kudos to you for finding that one, Landon. All right, so now we have a dressed-down Dean who gets the second one-on-one date. By this point, we're used to seeing him always giggling, but it seems he's actually hiding some anxiety. What's going on there?
Yeah, I think all Rachel really had to say was welcome to Switzerland, and he started laughing out loud. But he does spend a lot of the date kind of deflecting serious topics. At one point, he even asks if she believes in the tooth fairy and what her favorite dinosaur is as different tactics to avoid having a serious discussion. As it turns out, he's nervous about the looming hometown dates and kind of a interesting, he calls it eccentric family dynamic that he has. So he's nervous about that adding pressure. So he's kind of awkward, but he's cute at the end, and she gives him a rose.
All right. Well, he needs to get his act together for that home date, which we'll get to in just a minute. But first, we've got to address the awkwardness that was that group date. 3 guys, 1 woman, all cuddled on a boat. And I want to ask you, Landon, when the group is that small, do you think it's harder or easier for a guy to kind of stand out?
I'm going to be honest with you, Alicia, I don't know, because I've never been on a 3-on-1 date with 2 other guys and a girl. One thing I can tell you is they were certainly competing for her attention. You can see here they're wrestling on the boat, and they're talking over each other. It was really quite the interesting dating dynamic.
All right, so by the end of the night, we are down to the final 4, Brian, Peter, Eric, Dean. Are you surprised at all by the ones left standing?
You know, I'm not at all. I think you could have called it about 2 weeks ago. The guys that got the boot this week, they've really gotten it's Matt and it's Adam. They've really gotten no FaceTime, much less character development this season. Kind of funny moment on Twitter. A tweet from the Bachelorette account about Matt. Literally all of the responses are, who is this guy? Literally, who is this guy? Who is he? The Bachelorette account responded by tweeting out his bio saying we take requests. Pretty funny moment. But yeah, I don't think the Bachelor Nation is going to miss the 2 guys that went home today.
So we've got the hometown dates next week. Never any shortage of drama there. As a dude, how would you approach this date to convince Rachel, hey, you're the one for the guys?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's any convincing unless you plan on fake it till you make it for the rest of your life. But yeah, I don't know. Just be yourself. It sounds like one thing we heard in addition to Dean's weird dynamic with his dad, Eric tells about having kind of a rough upbringing, dysfunctional family relationships. So there'll no doubt be a lot of drama there that we'll want to tune in for.
Yeah, learn a lot about them in that episode, I bet. Landon, thank you so much as always for the dude's perspective. Really appreciate it.
You bet.